Somehow, some way, Cobra Kai, a show that was a great idea and started as a YouTube original. A lot of people forget that now. The first 2 seasons of Cobra Kai were a YouTube show.
Yep.
That then jumped over to Netflix. It's heading now into its final season. And a couple of big things just came out about it. Now, I'm going to admit, I'm not a fan of Cobra Kai. I was as, if not more excited about it than anybody when they announced it. And it just didn't work for me. I've tried jumping in a couple of episodes every single season to see if I can get back on board with it. Just doesn't work for me. That's fine. My wife loves it. Most of my friends love it. I'm just letting you guys know it's just didn't work for me. That's all. But there's no denying that it's been wildly successful. Huge hit. And now we're going to the final season, and 2 big things have been announced. First, the first trailer has dropped, a little bit of a teaser, just a little bit of a tease. Seeing Kreese saying, Cobra Kai is back. And also the word that Netflix, as a lot of us predicted, is continuing on with this experiment of breaking seasons into various parts instead of dropping them all at once. And in this case, not in 2 parts like they did with Stranger Things, but into 3 parts. This comes from the folks over at IndieWire who wrote the following. And you thought waiting for the back half of a Stranger Things season was agonizing. Netflix is splitting the final season of Cobra Kai season 6 into 3 parts. Now, that's fine. You guys remember Stranger Things dropped part 1 of their last season, and then like 1 month later, dropped part 2.
Yeah.
This is a little bit more extreme. You read that right. Though it has become commonplace for Netflix to divide new seasons of its biggest hits into 2 parts, this is the first time the streamer has split a season of any series into 3 parts. Next up, the next up example, by the way, I thought Arcane broke it into 3 parts as well, but at any rate, the next up example of a hit Netflix original being halved is mere weeks away. The 8-episode Bridgerton season 3 will premiere and then have its second half. But listen to this. Cobra Kai season 6 premieres on July 18th and part 2 not until November 28th. 4 months later, and then part 3 sometime in 2025. So the first part will drop, the first 5 episodes. I'm going to guess since it's 15 episodes that they're going to drop it evenly, 5 episodes, 5 episodes. That's my guess. They might not, but first 5 episodes in July, and then the next 5 episodes not until November 28th. The final part then coming sometime in 2025. Okay. The first thing I think that we need to recognize is the fact that this experiment of theirs to break up, hit shows and seasons into various chunks is one that has worked for them, right? Like the network executive Netflix, you guys remember this, with Cobra Kai, or not with Cobra Kai, with Stranger Things, and they broke it up into 2 parts. They said, clearly this worked because the initial anticipation and rush of viewers for the second part was even outdoing the first part, which meant it built anticipation. We've been making the argument around here for years that the data doesn't lie. The data has definitively proved if you have a good show, it's got to be good, and you release week to week, your success will be much higher because new audiences will jump on board. Everybody talks about it, becomes the water cooler. What did I say after Fallout ended? After we finished watching Fallout, I said next week, no one's going to be talking about Fallout. Did we have any questions come in the last week about Fallout?
No, it lasted like 2 weeks, the conversation.
None.
It was a great show, though.
It was a great show, though. But you know what?
I just don't have that.
We talked Shogun for months.
Yeah.
We talked WandaVision for months.
And it's that much longer. You got to wait for the next season too, because if it all drops in a week, you got to wait 51 weeks.
It's even longer. So Netflix has been experimenting, and it's a good thing to experiment with, by breaking seasons in half, and they've seen that that's really been working for them. So I love the fact that they're doing it again with Cobra Kai, but they're taking the experiment even further. Instead of breaking into 2 pieces, we're going to break it into 3. This to me makes sense. It's a good next step for them.
Do you think the second season of Fallout, they're going to do it differently?
Yeah, I think second season of Fallout, they're going to be doing it week to week. 100% they're going to do week to week. But here's the part I don't understand. With Stranger Things, drop a bunch of episodes, wait 1 month, bring it back. The momentum's still there. The heat's still there. All that kind of stuff. July to November? Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Miracle Made. Did you know that your temperature at night can have one of the greatest impacts on your sleep quality? If you wake up too hot or too cold, I highly recommend you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets. Inspired by NASA, Miracle Made uses silver-infused fabrics and makes temperature-regulating bedding so that you can sleep at the perfect temperature all night long. When they arrived at our house, my wife Ann loved the feel of them so much, she couldn't even wait for me to get home to put them on our bed. Miracle Made has self-cleaning. These sheets are infused with silver that prevents up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. Miracle Sheets also have incredible comfort and quality. Miracle Sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the high price tag of other luxury brands and feel as nice, if not nicer, than sheets used by some 5-star hotels. So go to TryMiracle, that's TryMiracle.com/Campea to try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our promo code Campea at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you will get a full refund. So upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to TryMiracle.com/Campea and use the code Campea to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's TryMiracle.com/Campea to treat yourself. I gotta tell you, Jeff, this is... I don't see the logic here. Now, our own Jonathan Boyko pointed out before the show that they probably wanted it to end closer to the launch of the new movie, which I get. That makes sense. Then why not just move the whole season? I don't know. Jeff, you read about this. How do you make heads or tails out of this?
Yeah, this is a function of 2 things. The strikes, first and foremost, right? So because of last year's strikes, there's less content. And so Netflix can't, it has less shows. And so if it's like, well, we've got 4 episodes of Cobra Kai in the can, should we just put those out rather than waiting for the whole, for all the episodes to come in? I think that's what they have to do, is they have to just, do drips and drabs kind of. And the other thing is Wall Street. July 18th, that's Q3. November 28th, that's Q4. And then the finale would come in probably Q1 of 2025. So that is literally taking a big show and just dragging it out through 3 separate financial quarters, right? To keep subscribers. Wow. It's like, oh, I'm a Cobra Kai guy. I got to stay subscribed for these 3 quarters. That's really kind of what it's all about. And then, like you said, with the movie comes out May 30th, 2025. They pushed it back from Christmas. And I think that, the finale event is going to hit Netflix before the movie, right? The movie will sort of follow up Cobra Kai.
I like what Isaac Cushman, one of our live viewers, is saying. They say if they dropped June, July, and August, it could have been the event of the summer for a lot of people. And it's true. But I think Jeff brings up a really, really good point. Part of the reality of streaming is retention. And maybe like for those business quarters saying, hey, now you can't, because listen, one of the biggest enemy right now of streaming isn't even piracy, it's churning.
Yeah.
People who sign up, watch the show they want to watch, unsubscribe, and then wait till the next show comes out. And this is their way of like saying, hey, just hang in because we got all these months. I mean,
with Peacock raising the prices, that churn is going to become a bigger problem, I think.
Well, with all the...
Yeah, with everything.
Yeah.
People are, like you said yesterday, people are going to start weeding out what they don't use at all. Like, people who subscribe to things and haven't even turned it on for a while.
Well, this is why bundling is starting to become a thing, right? We've started seeing a number of companies like Verizon, whatever, offer, hey, you get Peacock and Max and whatever. These bundles are going to become more and more popular for the streamers to do because it will reduce churn. Hey, I've got my bundle with Max and Disney Plus. Oh, I finished watching the show on Max, but I'm not going to unsubscribe from my bundle because I got this show coming out on Disney Plus and I want to watch it. So their hope is to cut back on churn. And maybe this is a way to combat churn. But I just feel like they're sacrificing, it's penny wise and dollar foolish here a little bit, because I think they're going to miss out on the momentum of the show. I think it's going to cool a lot. Like, that's a 4-month break. That is a 4-month break.
Then you have something to enjoy during, Thanksgiving time and all that.
I mean,
I had a question. Do they still sell those cards that you could pay for the year of a service? Remember?
Well, yeah, no, a lot of the services still have like an annual plan you can sign up for that where you save, I think, like 2 months worth. You actually save money if you sign up for the full year. But
Right.
I think this is, now, I don't really personally care because I don't watch this show.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I think for some people who do watch it,
It's everything to them.
it might be frustrating
Yeah.
for them. Like, I don't know what they're going, but there always is business, as Jeff said. Guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? First of all, the first teaser dropped, not a lot in it, which is understandable because it's still a little ways off. But I mean, the whole idea that they're breaking it into 3 parts, which is something that I approve of. I think that's a good idea, but so far apart from each other. Do you like the idea? Do you not like the idea? Do you think it'll work out? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.